Hello, Greenland Hills. I hope each of you are well this week and surviving the heat in Dallas. I've been thinking this week a lot about perspective and how perspective affects what we see, how we think, and how we respond. We saw a lot of this week around the opening ceremonies of the Olympics and a particular portrayal, tableau, which some people thought was a mockery of the Last Supper. Other people said, no, it has nothing to do with the Last Supper. It's Dionysus. But some people chose to view it through a lens which caused them great offense. I was further intrigued by this as we drove into town this week and I saw a sign for what may have been VBS, I don't know, outside a church that said, "Avoid sunburn, use sunscreen." And I thought, how strange that they would not see a problem reducing the universal implications of Christ's actions on the cross, in particular, to an over-the-counter skincare product. I had a conversation this week with someone about turning 50, and she said, it gets better, right? This is the best. And I said, yes, every day is better than the last. It's all a matter of perspective and attitude. And I think that's part of the reason that I like coming to the mountains. It certainly reminds me of my childhood and enjoying the mountains as an escape from the vast openness of the plains of Kansas. But I think it also moves me because it reminds me of how small I am. Sometimes, however, our perspective is forced. I do this. I don't like how old my beard makes me look when it's grown out, so I keep it trimmed short, which I think forces the perspective that I look a little younger. I could trim it up all the way and look very baby-faced, but I like holding the beard. Sometimes film producers, well, actually filmmakers do this all the time. Right now, I could be anywhere in the world. I could be on the coast of Maine. I could be in East Texas. I guess I could even be on the plains of Kansas. But it only takes a little bit of change of perspective to realize that I'm in the mountains. And of course, if we turn our perspective all the way around, we see something completely different. We encounter the same sort of thing with the biblical text. The biblical text does not actually force our perspective. It simply presents a story. Tradition, on the other hand, does tend to force our perspective in a particular direction. We see this with, for example, the story of David and Bathsheba. Tradition typically tells the story from the perspective of David. Last week, you heard a unique take from John Campoverde telling the story from the perspective of Uriah. I hope you enjoyed John's message, and it maybe caused you to think about things a little differently. This week, Carol Montgomery is going to be in the pulpit. She needs hardly no introduction to Greenland Hills. She's been there many times and has a long-standing relationship. She is going to tell the story of David and Bathsheba and Uriah again, but from a completely different perspective. So I hope you'll be in church on Sunday to hear what she has to say and to celebrate communion and to worship with her. And I will look forward to being back in the pulpit with you on October 11th. In the meantime, grace and peace.